Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 44 of my Regs to Riches Realm of Magic edition. And if you are returning, welcome back. And Angelina and Benji are sort of chatting. Well, Benji, I think he's working on his term paper. No, he's studying. He's studying for mathematics of 3D space. So, because he has 2 exams and 1 term paper, which he does need to edit because it is currently poor. And he has 2 classes tomorrow because he has 2 exams. So his first one is at 8 in the morning. Oh, I should say tomorrow. I say tomorrow. Later today because it's already Monday. But what I did do is I picked up all of the seed packets the gnomes have been spewing. So he's maxed his robotic skill. And they are in their family inventory. So we're going to go in there and we have a lot and we're going to sell them all. So I'm going to sell 43 of these for 4,300, 43 of those for another 4,300. And they still have their halos on, so it's quite likely they're going to spew some more. So we'll have more to sell at some point. But there was obviously a lot of these here. So there we go, 3,800 of those. So we have 55,000 now because we made a lot of money from those seeds that have been sort of just spewing out. So Angelina, her classes are all on Tuesday. So she has 2 term papers and a presentation. She has actually started working on her presentation. So there is Aurora back. So I moved it here so it was sheltered, and I'm going to have her refine and organize that. And then Aurora, she doesn't really have a lot to do. She has to attend class while focused, go to office hours. Maybe what we'll have her do is come out here. It looks like there's some things in the garden. So we may as well have her sell supercell. We'll have her supercell what's in the garden. Of course, there's not that much because some of the things still need to grow because we just moved here not very long ago and we have to grow everything still. So it's gonna take a little bit of time. And of course, Patchy is over here, so we could have her come and I guess we can't ask for seeds. We already did. Oh, look, there's a seed. There's another seed packet already, and another one, and another one. Yeah. Anyways, I just figured we would sell most of them just to get rid of them. So she actually needs to work on her research and debate skills. So maybe we'll have Aurora do that. And she can do that probably in the bedroom. Let's come here and look for practice debate because that will help her work on that. So just for the academic aspiration. She doesn't need it for her class per se because her skills for her class are logic and gardening. And then, of course, there's also the archaeology, which was an elective. But she has been doing studying and she'll probably do some more because their class is just starting, to be honest. So he's working. His spotlight is fading. Probably because he isn't doing anything that adds to his fame because his job, his freelancer, when he was a freelancer, there's particular things like when you do the web pages or if you do mobile apps, but I find they take a long time. The web pages really somehow boost their fame really, really easily. So he will let him finish working that. And of course, he's very confident from his new chair that he got because he is now, because I think they won and he's also the top of the career, which was one of the things that I was wondering about whether we should maybe take him out of this and put him back into the freelance programmer because then they can make a bit more money because it is still one of our goals is to complete the fortune aspiration, at least on one of them. And I expect when we do it on one of them, it'll probably do it for most of them or all 3 of them. We're pretty close. Even though really what we need to do is we need to get Angelina doing a lot of painting for that because that's really going to help. Or she could do some gourmet cooking and we can sell some gourmet foods. And of course the others can do the selling and she can do the crafting for the things that are going to be sold. Though one of the things we have for her is to actually write to complete the best-selling author aspiration, which that would mean that she'll earn more money on that won't go to the rest of them. But anything you do on the yard sale table or the street gallery will count for everyone. So she is working away, and of course we have no idea how long that's going to take. So they're just going to keep doing their own thing, and I'll be back probably in the morning when they're going off or, you know, to see their royalties. And then they'll be essentially, I guess, Angelina will just be spending her time doing things at home today, maybe working on her papers that she has to do and whatnot, so we can get them all done. And then when she's done that, then we'll maybe take on a freelance job for her. So I'll be back later on in the morning. So they're both home from their first classes, and there's our royalties. I'm going to have her edit her term paper because it's only poor, and he has to go back to his class. I tried to get him to play a little bit, but he was smart enough to actually realize he has to go to his class, but he has to go an hour early because we live in the neighborhood, so they tend to take them an hour earlier. Probably because normally they have to walk, or you could bike, but I don't. I did use a bike with the sim when I first tried university, but I still found it was really, really slow, which is why I then opted for doing a spellcaster for that sim too. And these 3 were already spellcasters just to start with, of course, but it just tends to be what I prefer to do so that they can take a broom to class and get there very quickly. So you probably shouldn't do your homework. You should probably actually play a game on your phone, because, and there's our bills. I see the the delivery person, or the mail delivery person. So we owe 763 simoleons. So you should probably play a game because you're probably really, your fun is really tanking. And I should keep an eye on your class is really soon. So I'm not going to set you up again. You'll just go to class. And at 11, I'm going to have Aurora go to office hours because she needs to do that for her brainiacs right here. Go to office hours. And she wasn't focused when she went to class. She was focused by the end of class, but she had to be focused, I think, when you start. Or maybe for the whole thing. I don't know. I noticed she was focused when she was leaving, but didn't count it. And she wasn't focused when she started. She was confident. And it is 11 o'clock. So I was having her play because she looked like she needed some fun. So visit office hours for digging deep on archaeology. So try that one since you need to. So, and you're editing your paper. And do we have a radio here somewhere? Yeah, we do. Can you listen to that where it is? Listen to world, I guess. Can you listen from there? Oh, good, you can. So that will hopefully help you so that your fun doesn't tank quite as much. Oh, look, she's already level 8 of archaeology. If she gets to level 9, or when she gets to level 9, not if, because she will, then we're going to get little things, notifications, which you can opt out of, that they're sending us something to do, to analyze the archaeology things, and you can send them back. And I find that averages around 3,000 simoleons that they make per time, but you get it a few times a week, which is still good money. It's definitely a very good thing. And she can't really do anything other than care for herself. I don't think there's any other options. No, leave early, which we do not want to do, because we were struggling to get her to go as it was to that. So we're trying to work on Angelina, getting all of her things she needs to get done. She actually has finished her presentation. It is excellent. So she could attend, she could go and give that final presentation. And speaking of that, I think Aurora has hers, and we can do that too for her as soon as she's finished. But when is her class? I don't want to send her. She could always just do it the next day, because she only has one class on Tuesday. So we got a course grade status. I'm just looking at when her next class is at 3, and it is only 12. She probably could do her final presentation right now. It's too early to say. Well, no kidding. I'm just doing it because the Brainiac said to do it. But anyways, let's go give your final presentation on that. And don't do your homework. What, do you have homework? Oh, yes, of course you have homework, because you went to a class, so you have homework. But we're not going to do your homework yet. You can do it later. So you're going to go do that. There's our Patchy. And there is Benji. He is done with his class. He needs fun so badly. I think we're gonna, I just really want him to do this. I want him to go to get this maxed, and he has to go to office hours. So I think we're just gonna, sorry Benji, where are you? Let's find you. And we're just gonna send you anyways, and then you can go do your fun things, because you're done all your classes for today. So then you can take a little bit of a break. So why don't we Or maybe there's no point. It'll be easy enough to get it with the next one. It's just that if he doesn't do it now, then we're probably not going to be able to get it anytime soon. But I think he needs to come home and have some fun. Forget that. He needs fun. That's much more important than anything else. So let's go back to her, and she can chat with Patchy, talk about grilled cheese, and there is the twins' father. So why don't you come here? You should have known him because I think we invited him over. Why don't we talk about potion mishaps? And I wouldn't complain about your bills. I'm going to pay our bills. So she's finished with her paper. She can't really do much else other than learn. But she's already maxed it because it's only a 5-level skill. So we're going to have him come here and play a game. And she is washing hands. Okay. So why don't you submit that? I don't know if I want to submit it. I think I would rather submit it after we go to our first class is kind of what I'm thinking. And did I have her go do her presentation? No, she hasn't. We're just going to have her work on her other paper. We're going to get them done. And then on Wednesday, we'll have her do both. We're going to write this one. The term paper for chronicling and memoir, which is research and debate skill. Where is she on that? She has maxed it. Of course. So she's going to be working on that. He's going to be having some fun. If I manage to get his fun up high enough, quickly enough, I'm going to send him off to do his office hours. I kind of think we need to get better computers for fun than what they have, but then their money's going to be like a lot less. So we need to make a little bit more money than we have. So, and Aurora's class starts in 1 hour, and she's actually in pretty good shape in terms of her needs. So we'll just leave her to do her own thing there. And you could talk. You could have a deep conversation and enthuse about magic, since you need as much help as you can get with your leveling up. Griffin's the same. He's actually only first. That's why the girls are only weak bloodline, because they don't have their parents. Just were like, I created them and created them essentially. So, and your fun is almost max. Just keeping an eye on that time. So let's go visit office hours for. Well, let's actually go to something we did a class for. Or why don't you submit? I was going to, if I'm not submitting it for her, I probably shouldn't submit it for you either until like tomorrow or something like that. Why don't you go to robotics? So visit office hours for mathematics of 3D space. And you've played enough. Your fun should be pretty close to max. If it's not max, and given you have to play for your game later, you can get it up higher then. And your dad's not going to, oh, you broke the computer. I guess you're going to come over here and use this one. So we're going to continue working on that paper, and then hopefully Benji can fix that when he gets home. You could probably fix it. Your handiness is actually high enough, but his is higher, and we'll let him keep boosting his. I know you could just repario it, and if anything, he's the one who should repario it so that he can, keep leveling up his magic. So she's going to keep working on that. I should remember to have her work sort of hard at her class, and I'll be back sort of a little later. And for Benji, we got the same message that it was too early, but hopefully it at least ticked off for him that he did that. So he has got that all done. So for the spirit squad, he can go put up banners on his sports arena, but I don't know that I'm going to bother, because what I'd like them all to do is attend a guest lecture, because we can do that at 5:00, and maybe you can possibly quickly repair that, and you may as well come home yourself. You're on the right aspiration. And Angelina, we never got around to playing that instrument for an hour while inspired, so we're going to put you back over onto the academic aspiration. So they're all going to go, hopefully, attend a guest lecture. It'll be, I think it's 40, but as soon as it's 5:00, we'll send them over. So she's at least got that. She got one term paper completely done and polished, and the other one's done and needs to be polished. So she's got a lot of her coursework done for her class. And let's see, I just have to wait for it to be 5 in the game before we can even like attempt to do it. And I think when I tried to have them go together the last time, it didn't really work, unfortunately. But we'll try. Oh, he's got this. We're gonna have him work from home because he's gonna do it later. And then Aurora, why don't you start this? We're going to attend a guest lecture with we'll do this particular one, and we're going to go with the 2. So hopefully they will go, because we got charged for all of them. I know the other time I think I had to pay for Angelina twice. Is she going? So we have a 0, a 1, and a 2 to start with. So she should finish this when we're done. So I'll be back when they're done. And they're all done. So she now needs to tutor students, which let's take a look at what she needs. She needs to work on her homework. So maybe we'll have her do that first instead. But he needs to probably do his game before he does any homework. Play with the team. And you still don't have homework to do. You're a bit hungry. Why don't we all come home? I won't bother. No thanks. Maybe one of these days I'll try that again, but I haven't been doing it lately. So, because the first time when it was first out, I tried doing it. We gotta rally the troops. We probably should make some actual other food other than that dinner that's in the fridge, because it's kind of not very useful. So it is winter, so I'm just looking. So we have TV season premiere this week. And then next week is Winterfest and New Year's, because I'm using 2-week seasons. That's why. So we're going to try that again. Rally the troops. And probably you should scrubberoo yourself, because you look like you're a little bit dirty. Spells, scrubberoo. And then you should do that homework that you kept trying to do. Though maybe we shouldn't, because you have a class tomorrow, so you can do that. So we're gonna do your homework. You're gonna do the homework for digging deep on archaeology, and then the mathematics of biology is what you're gonna do. And Angelina, why don't you're gonna attend that guest lecture tomorrow. We want to get your rest of your work done. Let's check do you need to scrubberoo yourself? You're okay. You can probably wait a little bit. So we're going to have you keep working on. We're going to refine that paper that you did. We're going to edit because it's poor. So there you go. You're going to work on that. And then while you're working on that, let's see, we're going to listen to some blues, I guess. And there's a cat sleeping in front of the fire. So he is playing his sim scuffle with the team. And then we will have him do his homework that he has to do after he's finished with that, because his fun should be pretty good when he's finished all of that. And it looks like she didn't do she's playing a computer game. Did I tell you to do that? I thought I told you to write your paper. So let's get back to that, because you got to do some freelance work, after your classes are kind of done tomorrow. So we're going to edit that term paper for the chronicling and memoir, which is research and debate. And I can understand why you don't really want to spend the time on it, because you already maxed that skill, but oh well, it just is what it is. So they're doing their thing. Did she get her homework done? No, she's still doing her homework. She's 50% done. So I'll be back when they are done. So I figured what we would do, because Angelina's finished her papers, so I think I'm going to have her clean herself off first, scrubberoo, and then I'm actually going to have her also always use brooms for when she goes and does things in this neighborhood. And then we are going to have her actually, why don't you bow for inspiration? Why don't you do that right there? And just in case, we'll put you over onto the musical genius in case that counts. I don't know. I think you need to play some more after that. Now, Aurora is done all of her homework that she can do, and I don't really see the point of studying right now. We'll wait till she has that as a requirement for her job. for her job for the organizations. I think the main organization she's really focusing on is the Brainiac. So we will see, and she won't get this attend class while focused. So I guess she wasn't focused enough by the time she went, and I didn't really pay enough attention to get her to be focused. So she won't get that. But at least she's already a seasoned member. So, and we're going to get, these are going to reset in later on in the morning, but before she goes to the next class. So she won't, but she may have to do it again, but we'll try. So what we'll do with her, let's check her needs. They could be better, so hopefully this won't interfere with him. We're going to rally the troops, doing his homework. We're going to rally the troops, and then we're going to send her off to tutor students. And this, of course, we have to finish the term and be on this and have her hopefully get that. So we're going to tutor, what is she maxed? We'll tutor gardening, because that's something she's really interested in, and that's sort of what she wants to do a career in. So we're going to have her tutor gardening. So there you go. You go off, so she'll get 100 simoleons for that. And it takes quite a long time. Her class is when? It's at 1:30, so she's got a while to go till she has her class. So she's got lots of time to do this. I think I noticed it takes about 5 sim hours. So I'm going to try and make a mental note when she actually goes in and see if that's still the case. And it didn't seem to matter how good the skill was. So it's 209. So she's doing that and he's doing his homework. So they're doing their own thing. And then I'm going to have Angelina do a pop art painting, which will cost 100. So which will probably offset the money that we'll get. So essentially it'll be a wash in terms of the funds in their finances. So they're going to keep doing their thing and I'll be back. So Benji's finished his paper, but I realized we should probably supercell so that we can make some money off of these plants. And there's our sage, isn't that? Yeah, so and it's all in season. And it's nice. Is it all? No, some is normal. And look at all the seeds we've got. I just picked them all up and now we have more seeds. The only way to really stop that is to either sell them or just stick them in my inventory. So, and he needs to scrubberoo himself. So we made a little bit of money there. We skip by the magic spells, scrubberoo. And actually he's getting really close to having that. Maybe we'll have him practice magic, or maybe we shouldn't. What else does he need to do? You know what? We're going to actually have him, I guess, put up banners on his sports arena. There we go. It's actually very close to where they live. So he's going to go off and do that. So he may as well do that part. It just occurred to me, I need to get her back over onto... It didn't count. Oh, it did count, actually, for that playing for an hour while inspired. So now she just has to write some music. And the licensed songs does include the music you take off of from the music track station. So there is he gonna go up well? I kind of missed it. It looked like what he looked pretty reasonable how he was going up from what I could see. So... Oh, good. She got one. Good. I'm glad I managed to put it back over onto there because that would have been kind of a bit of a bummer. And I'm pretty sure that's locked. And I don't know that we really have time right now to have a sale. So I don't think we can. We will have to soon because we need to sell our paintings. And I think we have room that we could put this here for now. So she should also have completed that. She has to view paintings at a museum, but I think we'll just skip that and we'll have it reset. And she's really the one who should be doing the cooking, not. He'll probably cook a cake because I find that's often what they cook when you convince them to cook. So let's see. Is he going to make a cake? It kind of looks like it's going to be a cake, I have to say. And then she'd start another painting all on her own. So we'll leave her to do that. And look, it's 5 a.m. and Aurora is still tutoring because it's not been 5 hours since she started. And where is your cooking skill? It is maxed, but your gourmet cooking is only 2. It would have been more useful if you had done some gourmet cooking instead of some regular cooking. I kind of want to throw this away. Can you throw that away? Why don't you clean that up? Clean up, and then we should probably give... some more food to Winston because that looks like it's only got something in the bowl, the bottom bowl, but not actually in the, no more than that. So what are you painting? At least you're not painting a figure painting since they don't count. That's a good thing. And if you made a masterpiece, that would be even better. So you want to flirt with Benji. Yay! And it's worth a lot. Good girl. Why don't you come over here and do your flirting that you wanted to do? Romance. Why don't you blow a kiss? And then offer massage is not really what we're going to do. We're going to express fondness. And let's see. I'm going to go back here. Romance. Compliment appearance. And it did get that. You want to teach. Well, we don't have anyone we can teach responsibility to. You kind of need to have a baby for that. Create a garlic braid. Well, we don't really need to do that. So when is everybody's classes? First, who has the first class? But regardless of who has the first class, we're going to leave this part here. That'll be in the next part. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.